Yo, we are back again. What's up, players?
It's
How we
damn near
doing?
cold as shit in my room. God damn, it's like 60 degrees upstairs right now. I swear to God, it's freezing.
I didn't see the countdown on my end, so I was just like awkwardly sitting here, like, "Oh, should I talk?" I was just watching Bailey play with his blanket the whole time.
Well, I had to get the blanket, take my socks off because you can't. It's like an unwritten rule. You don't wear socks in bed.
In bed?
Or like, oh, okay, well, fuck me, fine. When you have a
I
blanket
was
on,
about to say
you don't wear
it ain't
socks.
it ain't bedtime yet. We got a whole podcast to do.
It's close to my bedtime.
It ain't too far off.
Exactly.
Bunch of fucking old men over here.
Well, I had Monday, Tuesday off, and then I worked 4 days straight, and they're all 4/12s. So after that shit, you kind of get gassed.
Yeah,
But how's everyone doing? How are we?
Aren't
How
you
are we?
supposed to be at work right now, Travis?
I'm on day shift now. Well, for
Oh.
temporarily.
Oh,
Yeah, at least for a few weeks. I mean, I'll be back on here the next few weeks because I'm back on day shift. So we'll see how long it lasts. But
hell yeah. That's what's up. I'm glad you could join us.
God. Okay, got
hell yeah,
lipstick on right now.
What's up?
happy to be. Bailey's getting fucking zesty on us in here.
My lips are so. I rode my motorcycle the other day, so like the wind was just blowing straight into my fucking helmet because I have like this little vent right here, and it just blows right on your mouth, and it chapped the hell out of my lips, and I forgot my chapstick, so I'm reaping the consequences of my actions, and now my lips look like the fucking red in my hat.
Did you guys watch the fucking Harvick clip I sent?
I did. Yeah, it doesn't
Dude,
surprise me though, honestly.
it just shows like what a fucking clown show that place was the last couple years.
What happened? What's
Um,
the clip?
so I sent it in the race day pickums. I didn't know if you saw it, but he on his podcast he said that when he got DQ'd at Dega for the spoiler stuff, it was a manufacturer issue, and I guess Gunther, the fucking guy on Haas that runs the F1 team, he owns the spoiler
He
company.
ran.
So he did. So he doesn't
Yeah.
now, but he asked SHR to not appeal it because it would make his spoiler company look bad, even though SHR could have won the appeal.
Interesting.
Yeah, I was just like it. Tony
Also,
probably
give me
just
1 second. I might get out of here real quick, and I might join back. I'm gonna hop on my other Wi-Fi.
okay. But yeah, it was Stewart Haas Racing with Stewart in name only, and I think Tony he's probably checked out on bullshit like that, and that just goes to show what it was. It was like I don't know. It was just like I saw that, and that place is a fucking disaster. The last couple years, the more that comes out.
Oh yeah, man.
And the fact we could have had like 4 wins in total. Well, we got one, but the fact we could have had more says enough. I mean, because Harvard could have won Talladega that year, could have won Darlington last year.
They were good at Phoenix that last year too. Almost won that race.
Yeah.
And won Daytona.
Yep.
Josh Berry, he
A
led
lot of good,
shit ton
a
of
lot of
laps.
good chances.
Something about the
And
Eero car, man. Eero just does well every time they're on a Ford. But we'll save that for later. Because trust me, I'm plenty happy about the result we had on Sunday.
Oh, me, you, and Cooper were texting about it during the race, dude. He was quick.
We'll save it. Also,
Yeah.
speaking
Uh-oh.
yeah, he's lagging. He's
this
the one
app-
lagging.
He's
Oh
just
my
pointing his
God.
lug nut at us.
it's my Josh Berry lug nut from JRM.
Nice.
Yes, Cooper got it for me. It's very fucking nice. But
Did you
anyways,
guys ever
everyone watched the race on Saturday?
The
Oh, wait, what?
alligator that I was with Cooper when he bought that for you. Yeah, yeah. Did I ever send you the picture of him holding it like it looked
Yes.
like? Dude, that
Well,
shit's so fucking
I
funny.
want to put it somewhere else, but like my room is so cramped because I have such a small room right now. But trust
just
me, I
showed it.
move in like a month and a half, and my setup will be fucking immaculate. So just wait,
I
just wait.
I just showed that alligator to Cooper, and like we were like laughing about it, and he was like, "I'm getting that for Bailey," and took it out of my hands.
Well, it's funny because we would go to the SHR hauler and we'd always make fun of the little fucking plushies they have for no reason, and like no one buys them. Because like you go to any hauler, they have like the little plushies that no one buys, and me and Cooper always make fun of it. So he was like, he told me whenever he's coming back, he's like, "I got you a surprise," and I was like, "Oh, what the hell is this?" He must have bought me like the traveler hat or something. And then I get home, he's like, "Here you go."
It's the little gator.
It's pretty cool. I ain't gonna lie. I like the. It's kind of. It is really fucking soft. You'd be surprised. It is really soft, but it's really cool.
Dude,
So
can you get back off that Wi-Fi or something? You're lagging terrible.
You got Primo's connection tonight.
Hold on.
Bro's on that McDonald's Wi-Fi. That fucking Tennessee internet.
Fuck you.
Dollar General.
Man, it's just Family Dollar. It's my Legacy Motor Club Wi-Fi.
Damn it, Billy.
Shit.
that Catherine Legee Wi-Fi.
It's leg. Catherine leg.
Leg. Yeah, we'll have to talk about that too.
It might take a minute because I have like a Wi-Fi extender. It takes a minute to reboot once I unplug it. So,
well,
Man, he's gone.
He's working on it. There we go.
I-
Well, in the words of Cody Rhodes, well, what do you want to talk about?
Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute.
Yeah. Well, oh, he's frozen again. We're off to a fucking.
I don't think he's frozen. I think he's just texting.
I am texting because I'm waiting on my Wi-Fi
frozen.
extender to reboot.
I was like, oh, there we go again. Bro's a statue.
Just a quick intermittent break. Wi-Fi's taking more hits than Cody Ware. No fuck. Okay, it's back up. Hold on.
He's back, folks.
He's just there he is. Just like the Wood Brothers. He's all the way back. What happened?
How is it? Is it better?
Yeah, you're better now.
Thank God. All right, so continue with this. Sorry. Everyone watched the race on Saturday though?
Yes, sir.
I did.
Okay, so everyone knows what happens.
Yeah, Eric.
My pick was right for once.
Fenced Alex Bowman.
Yeah.
Making sure we saw the same race.
Like I told Travis, name me another
I
race.
Cried.
Name me another race.
I told you when we were off here, it's like just because he hasn't done it before doesn't make it not dirty now. It's like I've never fucking killed somebody before, so I'm allowed to kill somebody this one time.
Guess what? Everyone forgot about Austin Dillon killing 2 people.
Nobody.
So why the fuck are you gonna remember Eric?
Nobody
no one talks about it.
I don't think anybody's forgotten about Austin Dillon. I know
everybody
RCR's
talks about it.
I don't think RCR's pocketbooks forgot about that shit.
Okay. The race, that was a damn good Xfinity race. I liked it. Cooper was talking shit about Sam Mayer early on because, like I said, he's been growing on me a little bit. And Sam went to go pass Austin Hill going into a turn and absolutely sent his shit and hit the wall. And it wasn't too bad damage, but he fell back a little bit. So Cooper was making fun of me. And lo and behold, like 10 laps later, Austin Hill bends his shit and takes out Cole Custer with him. So I had plenty of shit to give Cooper.
How that Austin Hill, like, that was, like, I can't believe that hasn't happened before. Because they always.
It was such a small mistake he made, and like I'm enjoying the fact when things like that Austin's owning up to it, because like shit like that you can tell that was all on him.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That was he caused that whole thing.
I just can't believe like when I saw that like that doesn't happen more often because they always get so close to that inside wall down there. Like
it does more at the short track level. That you'll see that happen more often.
Definitely.
Like I know Five Flags has the same entry kind of that way, where you dive in and try to get real close to the wall. And they don't have much of an apron there.
And it took out 2 key players for the race.
Yeah.
That was the big thing. Because, I mean, I don't think they would have been up front. I feel like those 2 cars are definitely top 5. I mean, Sheldon kind of laid back after. He had a damn good qualifying lap, no lie. But, I mean, 15 laps in, he already fell back to like 5th. So, his restart's pretty bad. That was a big thing. Fell back, but I mean, it was definitely a top 5 car. And then Austin Bennett took out him, Sheldon, and someone else. Was it? It wasn't
Dean
Sam.
Thompson.
Dean, yes, it was Dean, because Dean kind of had a nasty look on the wall. So Dean's ran into some bad luck the past 3 races because he's wrecked in every single one, and 2 of them are not his fault, and one was a flat tire. So feel bad for
Martin,
the man.
Dude can't catch a
Martinsville.
break.
I was gonna say it reminded me of like Martinsville too, because I'm surprised that Martinsville people don't clip that curb more, and like we don't see incidents
Mm.
like that happen more
Mhm.
there too, because it's like they run so close to that curb. Like I'm surprised nobody just like cuts it a little too much and clips that. And I mean, it just we take for granted that these are the best drivers in the world, because it's like that's really like surprisingly the first time at Phoenix I've seen that happen.
I think it's average to scrape it, but I don't know about hit it like that. Like I feel like you might get a little low and make a little dent in the car, but I mean like to absolutely smack it like that and cause a wreck. I mean, I've never seen that before. That's like some shit you see in iRacing.
I'm about to
Just
say
some
I've done
dude
that.
actually sending it.
I did that plenty of times as a kid in the NASCAR video game at Phoenix.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Like fucking hit that inside wall, fucking
And still, man, it's just even watching on TV, like it makes me miss it so much because, like I said, that is just one of the best fucking tracks I've been to, and it makes me miss it so much watching on TV because, like, I underestimate people underestimate how good of a place that is and just how beautiful it is there, and like it makes me miss it so much every time I watch it on TV. But I thoroughly enjoy Phoenix now after being there because I just know how good of a track it is, and I wish trucks would have ran. I really do because trucks there immaculate, but.
I don't know. I still wasn't a fan of the races. I didn't think they were. I mean, they both had great finishes, which obviously like
I mean, the
is a
Xfinity race is definitely
good.
the highlight.
But I
That
didn't
was
even.
that was the best racing.
Yeah, it was better than Cup, but like I didn't think I still didn't think it was like great. I don't know.
I mean, you
I'm
had
out on
Allgaier,
Phoenix.
who's a master there, dominate, which you would have had last year had he not blown a tire with 5 to go.
Hmm.
And then obviously he won the fall race.
He
But
finished second, but he kind of late. He laid
I mean,
back
he
to
he
not.
led
Yeah,
basically all of that race. I mean, then fell back
Hmm.
at the end, and then Alex Bowman kind of took command, and then we know what happened at the finish. But um,
You can't underestimate the battle that Justin and Eric were having, though. I mean, that was a damn good battle for like what 40 laps, just
oh
back and
yeah,
forth trading. I mean, that was
yeah,
damn good because I mean, like I was telling Travis, like they kept that clean. That's one thing that I enjoy about that racing. I mean, they both because you know Justin's one of the guys who can ride by your side and annoy the piss out of you the whole entire race and not wreck you.
yeah,
Um, and Eric was just racing them super clean. I mean, they were a little bit hitting each other every now and then, but nothing too bad. Like on the one of the restarts, they absolutely like they door slam each other like before they even hit the restart zone.
dude.
But I mean,
Brandon Jones had a damn good race too. He could have won that thing. That's the
hmm
best race he's run in a long time.
yeah. I was thinking that those two wreck each other because they definitely
I
thought they were
wonder
going
if we're
to.
gonna see Brandon Jones come back. Is he actually gonna stop wrecking his fucking car or getting caught up in situations that he can probably get out of, or is
I
he just
think
gonna
he'll be.
continue to?
I think he'll be better this year at
I mean,
Gibbs than what we've seen at juniors. I think he's just more
hit,
comfortable at Gibbs.
we've seen him thrive at Gibbs for sure.
Mhm.
Yeah,
That was when he was his best. Well, yeah, we're not saying he's not a joke, but
No, yeah, I'm not saying that. He's
he's
definitely a good driver. He just hasn't been the same.
he's he's been better this year. I'll say that.
hey,
And obviously he won some races at Darlington.
I got him on my fantasy team, and I'm winning the league by 100 points right now. That I won last year, 4 races into the year. So shout out to Brandon Jones for that.
The Alex Bowman at Gibbs. Well, to be fair, Alex Bowman does win.
Yeah, Alex Bowman's actually good. He's just not as good as his teammates.
Brandon Jones is just going to be the Xfinity guy. I think he might be another all guy, just kind of there. I don't ever see him progressing up to the next level. Maybe with sponsor money, that's the only way he does. I mean, if you're going to pull like a Riley Herbst route and only go up because you have money from Menards and every fucking brand on the planet, like Brandon
I'm
Jones
about,
does, because I mean,
I'm
his
about to
fire
say
suit looks like a fucking receipt.
Riley proved if you, as long as that check's on time, you get
Hmm.
yourself a ride.
Yeah, I don't know if Menards has got the pockets that Monster has though.
Plus,
That
they're
is true.
already so tied in with Penske on the Cup
Like
side
that's what I'm
too.
saying. You've got champions over there.
Hmm. That
So
is true. That is kind of weird though that he's like the one Chevy/Toyota guy.
and think about how much money Menards throws at the Arkham series.
Yeah,
They throw a lot of dollars at that thing. All the sponsorship they do there. So I don't know if Brandon Jones gonna get the dollars to get to the Cup Series. But
Riley's people mention the monster stuff with Riley, by the way, too. It's like his family owns like one of the biggest like like gas station chains on the West Coast,
Yep,
like the
terrible.
Terribles. So that's why
It's
it's
cool
like a
as fuck.
big.
I went to one in Vegas. It's cool as fuck.
So they got a good like B2B thing with Monster. So it's like they got
It's like the
he's
Buckies of the West is all it is. It's just the Buckies of the West.
terrible Herbst.
Yep, that's all it is though. It's just like if you've been to Bucky's, you know exactly what a Terribles is because it's the same exact damn thing.
But
So it's
yeah,
just a big ass gas station.
that monster drink money.
we
All right.
got
Anything else from Saturday? It was
I
kind of
mean we got
uneventful. It was not. I mean,
talk
obviously a good finish, but
we got to talk about the finish though. I mean we like mentioned it, but just like I guess the fair or foul like
It's
aspect
just
of it.
last lap antics. That's all it is.
I mean,
That's unbiased. It's just last lap shit. I mean, that happens in almost every race on a short track like that. I mean, you're gonna see shit like that if you're side by side.
But I mean Christopher Bell didn't do that on Sunday.
yeah, you didn't have to hit a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Kind of pushed Denny at the track a little bit, but I mean, he didn't hit him like that.
Hey, he didn't stick
I
him in the
mean, I'll say
fence.
this:
Like
at first, seeing it live, I was mad at Eric Almirola. Thought he did him wrong. Then
Oh,
seeing
dude.
a replay, it looked like Eric had just overdrove the corner and got
Mm-hmm.
loose and was trying to hang on to it. I will give him the
He did.
benefit of the doubt there, and like he has no prior history of being a dirty driver. So all those things combined, do I think Eric meant to take him out? No. Do I think Eric was trying to win the race? Yes, and made an error in doing so.
Yeah,
I
And
would
I
have
mean,
been
I'm
a
just
little.
obviously giving Bailey crap because that's his guy, and so just
No, I mean you're not wrong. You're totally right on that. I mean, I'm not gonna
I,
sit here and disagree and be like, oh, Bowman was in the wrong. Like I don't. If Eric wouldn't have won that race, Bowman didn't have deserve it either. That's like I was telling Travis. It's like saying Seabell deserved Atlanta because that's just not true.
yeah.
I
It's
mean,
just I'd rather have all guy or if it was anyone.
I would have been a little more willing to give Eric the benefit of the doubt because I mean, it's like Derek said he overdrove the corner, but it's like, yeah, he just sent it in there like
Mhm.
full bore, and it's like I don't think it was like overdrive like a mistake, like he overdrove it. I think he meant to overdrive it, and then like and I was like I said, I was willing to give him the benefit of the doubt more, but I mean he admitted himself like yeah, I knew I was going to use him up. Like he said that in his interview when he got out of the car, so it's like it's kind of hard to like be like, oh well, he didn't mean to do it or anything like that when like out of the horse's mouth, like he said, like yeah, damn right, I did it. I meant to do that. Like,
Who had
Well,
the
I mean,
faster car though?
it's also two guys that are not going for points in that series. I think it'd be a different
You got
story
one
if it
guy
was a
going
guy.
for the not the manufacturer, but the driver, not driver, but it's like the team, like last year,
the
what the
owner,
20 got. Owner,
the
yeah,
owner
the owner
championship.
championship.
Well, I mean, none of that aside. I've said at least it's not two guy or one guy that got screwed. You know what I mean? And
Mhm.
so again, if it's just two guys in there racing for a trophy, whatever, y'all can beat the fenders off this thing coming to the finish line for all I care. I mean, it made for an entertaining finish, absolutely. So
Mhm.
I was probably a little salty. I had money on Alex Bowman to win.
I did
So
too. So,
when
Put
he
your
got
money in the
stuffed in
wrong place.
when he got stuffed in the fence, I yelled out "fuck" in front of my niece and nephew, and probably wasn't the greatest decision, but they
I
live and
was
dude, I
learn.
jumping
had
up and
I
down,
They'll hear
clapping.
those
I was so
things.
fucking happy because I just bought that
I
fender. I bought that fender the day of, like that morning. I bought that fender, and then I
I
go
had
home to my mom's, and then he wins the race.
dude, I had a bad Saturday because I had Justin and Alex, and my whole just everything just came crumbling down in the last two laps of that race. And then I had a parlay that I would have made like $150 on, and I had Pereira in it, and he lost.
Mm.
So like it was
I
just
saw my
fucking like,
parlays, man. I placed one on Sunday, and I put top 10 for um Michael McDowell and a top 10 or a top 5 for Alex Bowman, and then I mean 2 hours before the race starts, McDowell to the rear, Bowman to the rear, and I'm like, well, fuck me. And then everything's just
oh,
getting
what's up,
fucked
bro?
after that. Betting the house on Bell for Vegas.
Well,
We'll
you
save
can.
that. I
Those
have
are
a
the Alex Bowman
theory.
top tens, man. Keep them coming. I'll play them all year long. They're the best bets on the card. If you can get them plus money,
Dude,
which
I
you
wasn't
can
on here
usually a
last
week.
week. I wasn't on here last week with you guys, but a couple weeks ago at Coda, I had mentioned the Kyle Busch top 10. That was like plus odds going into Coda, which is crazy, and that was easy money if anybody took that. I mean, it was like plus 150 or whatever it was. It wasn't crazy, but I was like, Kyle Busch is good here. Like that was way too easy.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw that on my books or not, but either way, that was definitely a good play if you had it. Obviously, Kyle smoked the field there at Coda,
Take it
but
off the base, you
that
fucking serial
was
killer.
sad
Why the fuck
to.
would I take it off the base? It's nice. It's like, I have my Kimi Räikkönen one too on the base.
I take all mine.
Why
Fuck the
is
base.
Smithfield's on the base?
They're all the 124s are on bases now.
Oh, really?
Because I got
Well, it's like
William
this.
Byron.
It's like this whole entire fucking like weird thing on the bottom that you got to do, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna sit there and take my time to take off a
What do you
fucking
got to
base when
do?
I can leave it like
I,
this.
I got William Byron here. I took him off the base, but
What do you got to do? Is it a special bit?
no,
It's just a
it's a
screw, but it's just the fact I don't want
regular
to do it.
Phillips head. Like
Oh,
See, like I have these at the base.
respect the base, boys. Respect the base.
The
none
real,
of
the
mine.
real Ream driver, the real Ream.
I got fucking Chase
Not
Elliott here
Seatbelt.
too. He's not on the base either. We don't respect bases in this
Well, I
house.
got a couple that are off the base. If they come without a base, I'm not gonna bitch. But if it comes to the
How
base,
many
I'm gonna
stolen
leave it on the
bases are we
base.
getting this year?
The
How many
Nats?
stolen?
Stolen bases, like
Ah,
baseball
okay,
reference.
yeah. Took a second.
I don't know. We were talking bases. My mind went automatically to baseball.
Hey, the
Man, Cleveland
bases are
looks like
bigger.
shit.
The bases are bigger now.
The bases are bigger. Respect the
E-
base.
easier to steal.
All right. Anything else for
Eric's running
Phoenix?
again.
Phoenix.
Eric's running again this weekend. That's all that matters. So place
Who's
your
he gonna
fucking
put in
money
the
on it.
fence this weekend?
Place your money on it. Who's he gonna race clean and then have last lap antics with, and then win
He'll
back to
Mm.
dump
back?
somebody on the
Somebody
last lap.
JGR, somebody JGR going back to back.
He'll dump somebody on the last lap and be like, "I just love Jesus, man. Jesus just
He
told me
does.
to dump him there." Like,
Shout out Young Life.
Jesus took the wheel, bro.
Shout out Young Life. That's all I gotta
dude, that
say.
always gets me though. It was like the Ty Gibbs one at Martinsville was obviously the biggest one like that, where like they do something like that and they're just like, "I just love Jesus so much." Like after they just like
Jesus was
wreck
hated
somebody.
to it first.
Like
Jesus took
it's
the wheel.
it's like bringing their it's like when people fucking bring their kids somewhere so like they won't get fucking yelled at. It's like that's just, hey, get out. You can't boo me. I said I love Jesus.
Yeah.
But besides that, it was a damn good race. Justin looked strong. I mean, like I said, it was a damn good battle between him, Eric, and Bowman. Kind of wish there was more players. I wish Sheldon would have got the last. I wish Austin would have been in the race longer. It's kind of funny to see all those Austin Hill commercials, though, if you guys saw those. Who's going to challenge him? And then he fucking wrecks out. I'm just sitting there. You keep seeing these commercials like, who's going to challenge him? Like, he fucking challenged himself.
He challenged the wall for sure.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm sitting there. I'm just like, man, these commercials are just it's not hitting right now. But I wish we'd have more players in the field, like strong drivers like that.
Jesse
Shout out Ron
loves
Sieg. Shout out Ron
Yeah.
Sieg for having a damn good run, too. Ron Sieg might get a win. I don't know what the hell is up with that car. He is good, but his brother's car is just no. I don't know if
Well, I
it's
think
his brother or
brother
what.
just sucks. I think that's the problem.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Because when he ran his brother's car, he was still running the piss out of it. So shout out Ron Sieg and Brandon Jones. Is Brandon Jones back? Question mark.
They had to put Ryan in his brother's car to make sure it stayed in like the top whatever and
To
owner's
get
points.
points.
That's how
To
they
get
fucking
points.
flip
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
It's wild.
Besides that,
Jesse Love, he's been solid. He's points leader right now.
Mhm.
Been good.
consistent.
Had to
Yeah.
give him a holler.
And we're going to some more like regular style racetracks. So look out for him to maybe even build a lead on that.
Mm.
Obviously, the
But
one.
oh yeah, true. Shit, I forgot about that. He does. Forgot he had Daytona. That's all I got for Xfinity. Nothing
I
really
want to see
special.
I want to see the 17 out there more. Wish they ran that car more.
Well, you might get your wish in the next couple of years when Corey Dayton makes it.
Yeah, true. Well, they'll
mean,
probably just put him in one
yeah,
of juniors.
yeah. Corey Day's running this weekend in trucks. He's running the 7. I don't know if you guys know that or not.
I mean, he's running a good amount of races in that 17. I thought like 5.
Yeah, I think he's running that. I think he's running like 9 in trucks, but he's already ran one. So I think he's got like I think this is his second race that he's running. Um,
They'll
so he
probably
is
put
running the
him in
7
one.
this weekend.
They'll probably put him in one of Junior's cars in the next couple years.
Maybe. Depends on who's Junior's lineup, or they want to build up that that Xfinity program at Hendrick
I mean, he's like one of the hottest things right now, next to like Corey Haim.
or Connor Zillage.
Oh, I
Well,
didn't
Zillage already
watch
got
it.
his spot.
I haven't even seen the highlights. What the fuck happened in Arca? I didn't watch it, but I know you were, Derek, because you fucking jinxed Butterbean. That's all I know. But
Well, it was just like literally. I swear that they took the white flag. I thought they did. Like I won't think I had the volume one, I guess, and I mean, but I could have sworn they took the white flag before the caution flew out. So I was like, oh hell yeah, Butterbean won, and then they go back racing, and then obviously he didn't win.
Derek puts in the group chat like another one for Butterbean. He was like so happy, and then like 5 minutes later,
Jinxed
he's
the
like,
shit out of
"Fuck."
it.
Like, I wasn't watching, but like I just saw those messages. It's like, oh god, what happened?
Nah,
I
this is
didn't
late
mind
race
Butterbean
restart.
until we went to North Wilkesboro and I saw everyone was wearing Butterbean shit like he was Chase Elliott, and I was like, nope.
You're just not in the late model scene, bro. Got to be in the late model scene to understand.
I should wear my. I have a Butterbean shirt. Should have put that one on.
Yeah, I just couldn't do it. I was like, I don't mind it, but it's just like watching Chase Elliott, and I was like, no. But yeah,
We need that meme for you. Hating popular things doesn't make you cool. The one of the dude sitting there holding up the sign.
I'm not trying to be cool. I just called being different.
It's just a fucking edge lord, bro. Fuck Dale
Yeah.
Jr.
Well,
Too many
no,
people like Dale Jr. He
I
can
will
suck
never. I
dick.
will never. I will never say that because he's not a full time driver. So can't hate him.
ba-
And like I said,
Bailey
my mom.
definitely Bailey definitely would have been a Kyle Busch fan if he got into NASCAR like 15 years before he did.
Might have been. I don't know.
Well, I like Kyle Busch when I first got into NASCAR. Don't forget. I mean, he was
Nah, but
like
I'm
my.
saying if you were watching in like the rowdy days, like you definitely would have been a Kyle Busch fan. I'm talking like Derek knows what I'm talking about, like the rowdy days. Like, he would have been like, "Fuck Ron Horn today. He deserved it."
Well, I mean, the only reason I like Eric is because he beat Chase Elliott in like stage 2 at Talladega in like 2022, and I was like, you know what? I like this guy because fuck Chase Elliott. So that was like I was literally that's the reason why I like Eric. That was the biggest, and I found a guy wearing an Eric Pitt shirt, and I went up to him and I fist bumped him. And I was like, nice shirt. Didn't know a fucking thing about the guy at the time.
He just
Like, I
walked
mean, I
through
didn't
the
know anything about
entire
Eric.
grandstand at Talladega to find the one guy wearing an Eric shirt. He was like, "That's my guy
Yeah,
right there."
damn straight, damn straight. I mean, it was literally like right there. I was sold.
Eric's fan base grew in half that day.
I mean, look at me now. I'm wearing this, and I got a fucking diecast.
100% increase for the Almirola fans that day.
Hey man, I'll get a 10 tattoo on me, a gold 10 tattoo,
A Danica tattoo?
gold 10,
Go Daddy.
gold, gold.
All right,
I'll get
on to
Eric Kingsminder.
Sunday. What y'all got from Sunday? The Bell Show.
Well, I thought the race sucked other than the tires. I thought the tires were good, but I don't think the tires made it a good race either. Like I I very rarely vote no in the poll, but I voted
It made it
no
more
this
interesting.
week.
What didn't you like about the race?
I didn't think it was good. I mean, the tires were good, like, but that was like other than that, like it's pretty boring. Like
I
the
mean, I don't
tires
know.
were the
It made
only
it
thing.
interesting. I mean,
They only had
I agree
10
with Travis.
cautions, the most they've had in like a decade at Phoenix.
Well, I mean, two of those were fucking. What's her name? Like, just.
Leg.
I mean, I guess it's nice to have a caution clock in the field, but
I mean, it wasn't
Shout out
just
John Hunter
her.
for not spinning.
I mean, I looked down the list here. You have the 4, the 34, 41, 47, 6, 77, 19, 88, 3. I mean, these are other drivers other than the one that you're saying. So, I mean, I
Well,
don't know.
one of
I
those
thought
was
it was.
Ty Gibbs and
I literally
Briscoe,
thought that
and
was the
everyone ran
best
out of
Phoenix
talent.
race that I've seen and that I can remember.
Sorry, that was
that's a low. That's a
Herbst.
low bar.
The bar has never been high
Dive
at
bombing.
Phoenix. I mean, when have you ever seen a great race at Phoenix? You
No, I'm not
expected a
for
great race.
Phoenix standards.
I mean, so what were
Yeah,
you
it was a lot
expecting?
better than what. Like, I do agree, it was better, but I still didn't. I don't know. Maybe like maybe I'm in the minority. I mean, I guess I am in the minority because I think the poll got 80% or whatever. But like,
I
I
mean, I just
wasn't
don't
watching.
know what you didn't like about it. You made it thought it was a bad race.
If it
I
wasn't
mean,
for
it's
the
still
option
like
tire, it probably would have been a bad race.
Yeah, but I think if you have that softer compound, it's still a great race without the option tire.
It
well,
was
the
a good
tire
race,
made
but I
it.
mean, it made it more interesting.
The tire is what made it better.
Mhm.
Like,
Yes, 100%, which is what we've been saying for 3 years now, and
Mhm.
yeah.
so I mean I'm optimistic about that they bring that softer compound back in the fall, that we have a pretty good championship race there. I'm not saying it's Homestead level, but it's better than what we've had.
I mean,
It
I
sucks we
agree.
have to
It's
bank
better
off
than
an
what
extra
we've
tire though
had,
to
but
make a race good.
We don't. That was literally a live test session. What that was. Like, I don't understand why y'all are being so negative about that.
No, I'm
I
not.
just
I'm just saying it's
You
just like
are.
short
Y'all
tracks like this
shitting on it.
with these next gen cars. I mean, they suck at short tracks. I mean, look at fucking Martinsville last year.
But
Look how
it won't
bad that
suck if we
was.
have softer tires.
Yeah,
I
that's what I'm
mean,
saying. But it sucks we have to bank off these tires though to make it
what else are we gonna
an
do?
interesting race. The cars
Just
suck
because
at short tracks.
yeah. I
that's
mean, that's
not.
a problem. I still didn't like the
But
tire made it like better because that was like something to like
Mhm.
keep it. But I still didn't think like the racing itself, like when
I don't
everybody
know.
was kind of
I guess we
equal and
watched a couple different races. Then I thought it was a good race. I mean, other than Bell running away with it, pretty much the last third, and then I mean, it made it interesting with the late cautions. But
Oh, I
I
thought it
I
was
mean
mean,
a good
like
race too. I don't want to say it was, like whoa, that was a damn good race. I mean, it was just a good race to watch. It didn't bore me at all. It kept it interesting with people like the strategies putting on tires, like who didn't put them on a stage two, and then everyone putting them on a stage three, where teams were saving two tires or two sets of them, and other teams are using them like Priest uses up early, then uses start off stage three. I like the strategies. I like how they spaced them apart, and everyone was different. I mean, you saw Todd Dillon move through the fucking pack after going a lap down and go up to
oh,
like what P4.
why the fuck when he got that penalty did they not come and take the fucking option tires off? Because that like everybody was on option tires at that point. So if their whole strategy was to get on the option tires when nobody else was on them, why do you not come back and take them off? And then that way, like,
I mean, I
because you
think it
pretty
happened
much
so fast
because that's
after
what
you
Reddick
realize it.
did. Reddick, like they at one point, like they had a long pit stop, and they just came back after the long pit stop and took the option tires off and saved them for the. And like if Reddick didn't have that power steering issue, that probably would have worked for him, and he probably would have won the race.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
again, I think it's easy to look back and say that, but in the
I mean,
moment, it's hard to make those calls of like,
I
oh
said
shit,
it
we
in the
probably should have
moment,
bet.
but I'm also just sitting in the crib and not on the pit box. So,
Right, shit's
but I
not
said it in the
happening
moment. I
real
said it
fast for
from
you
I said it on my couch in the moment. So that's
with a
worth
cold
something, right?
beverage in your hand.
Hell yeah. Make
Not
me the goddamn
not
crew
three
chief. I said
radios
it.
going off telling you you're speeding and where to fall back to and how many laps to go. I mean, I get it. Obviously, it would be the right call to
I
make.
had my HBO Max on board up. I could have just called in and be like, "Hey, take these fucking tires off, Tyler."
Well, what are you doing, bro? Go get a job for colleague.
Maybe I should. Why colleague?
Wasn't that who
Why
the
not?
10?
Oh, the 10. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, good call. Uh, that went
Sheesh.
over my head for a
I
second.
still think
I
that it
Glad
was
I
a
knew
good
what we were talking
race.
about.
I thoroughly enjoyed watching
Well, so
Wood
I'm
Brothers
glad we
get the
just
best
had this
result they've ever
discussion
had.
here. So Travis is the only one that doesn't think it was a good race.
Yeah,
Hey,
I mean, I
I
thought it was a
love
good race. I don't like. I'm saying it was
I
nothing
love
special.
Ty
Like, I mean,
Dillon.
I'm not gonna see. That's rough.
Yeah, I don't think it was
That's rough.
anything special other than we're headed in the right direction with the tire compounds. We could probably
Yes,
stand to go even softer.
and I
And
feel like you should have designated races where you know they're gonna happen. Like, I feel like we should be able to look at
well,
the
again,
calendar and
I
say we're
don't
gonna
want
have these tires.
option tires. I just want them to go to a softer tire, which is what
Mhm.
like NASCAR's saying. We're not going to option tires. We're not F1. Which you want to talk about F1 later. We're not F1. We're just we the only way to get accurate data is to do a live test session. Because you could go send 4 cars out there and do a tire test, but
Mhm.
that's not going to be accurate data. So
Yeah,
I think this is the best case. I mean, you
I
saw
mean, we
even
saw
like,
Bristol last year was the prime example. What you're talking, the spring race.
but the problem with Bristol is nobody knew what the fuck happened. I mean, that was
Yeah,
could have been
no shit. And you still
everybody.
don't know what happened.
Everybody says
You still don't know what
temp.
happened.
Everybody says now temperature. I mean, I don't think it's that temperature sensitive because, like we saw in the fall, like if it's warm, like the fall race is still pretty warm there. I feel like, and I mean we don't see that happening. So I don't know. We just got to go to a softer compound. I mean, we've seen it even on the road courses. Look back at Coda. You know the tire fall off we had there. I mean, you think back 2 years ago, the road courses in the next gen were horrendous. I remember the race that
Well,
Tyler Reddick won at, what was
that's
it,
why
Road America? That was awful.
Darlington's always been so good.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly. Tire wear. And so we've unlocked it. It's like,
No,
so
I,
I feel
I
like it's
agree with
positive.
you. I'm just saying I agree, I 100% agree with what you're saying. I'm just saying like I didn't think that I think it's a step in the right direction, but I still didn't think like that was a good race. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
but
I don't know what else you're looking for.
I mean
That's a
like
hot take.
at the end
That's
of
a hot
stage
take.
one, eighth place was 13 seconds back. Like
Say again?
at the end of stage one, like eighth place was like 13 seconds back. Like the field was very fucking spread out. Like,
Yeah,
Yeah,
because
it's
we
called
had tire
strategy.
wear.
but
Tire wear.
I'm saying it
I mean,
wasn't.
what do you
That was
expect?
before it was the end of stage one. I think Priest was the only one on the option tires at that point.
Mm-hmm.
They
It's
still
like
had
everybody
tire
else.
wear. The tires were still softer than the tires they brought the in the spring of last year.
But I'm saying like the racing was still like it still got pretty spread out like after the restarts and stuff.
Yeah. So
That is
bad
true, but I
race.
mean that was for both races. I mean even Xfinity was the same. I mean,
And I didn't think Xfinity was good either. I think we should cover Phoenix and dirt and do a dirt race there. Crazy idea.
Well, it probably won't
that is
happen.
crazy. Yeah, that is crazy,
I
but
don't
that'll
know.
never happen.
Has anybody ever thought of that before to take a track and like that's already there and cover it in dirt and like
No,
just
I
make the
wanna I wanna
racing
get
better?
Texas and just flood it with water and then turn it into a fucking pool.
See, that's we just this. I think Texas has been good the last couple years. So we just like
This
the last
motherfucker
two
said
years.
Phoenix was not
The
good,
last
but
two
he's gonna sit
years,
here and say
Texas
Texas
has
is
been
good because
good.
Chase Elliott won.
But Chase Elliott didn't win 2 years ago, and I thought that
No,
race
but he
was good
fucking won
too.
last year, so that's why you're sitting there like Chase Elliott. You know,
Yeah,
Texas is
I
good.
thought the one the year before
No
that
one,
Chase
even the
Elliott
fucking
didn't win was
driver that
also
won
good.
last year, he said that he would rather fucking take Texas off than never race it again.
If the drivers are not happy, they're not happy about New Atlanta either, and that obviously, if the drivers are not happy, it's usually good for the fans. Like
But the racing sucks at Texas.
it's the last couple years it hasn't. Go back and watch those races again. Like
If you
wipe
like Texas, you can have
wipe this
Texas.
outcome out of your mind and go back and watch the race. Like it was a good
It's not.
race.
It's not that. It fucking sucks. Everyone knows that Texas sucks.
I mean, a couple years ago, you had the race where fucking Bubba and Larson were going at it for the win, and like, what Larson busted his ass and took, or one of them busted their ass and took them both out, like the playoff race. Like that was a good
That was
race.
before next gen.
No, that was next gen. It was 2023 fall race.
Wasn't that the tire issue race?
No, that was 22. 22 was the tire issue race. That was the first year of the next gen. So the 22 Texas was not good, but 23 and 24 were good races at Texas.
Texas bangers.
That's I put the when we did the podcast after Texas last year. I think I put Texas's back as the fucking title. Obviously, college football fans get that reference,
Said no one ever.
but I mean, yeah, I think I
Texas
literally
is.
I
I
don't know.
think
I just can't believe you voted no for that race this weekend.
I did.
I don't understand
Not
what else.
not a Phoenix fan.
So you just voted no because you're not a fan of the track.
I'm not a fan of the racing at the track. If the racing was better, I'd vote yes.
Gotcha.
I mean, I used to hate Loudon too, and I think the racing's been better there too. It's like it's
Okay.
come off my hate. It's come off my hate. I mean, I can change my opinion. I like back in the day before the next gen, like Kansas had some rough ones, but then I drove halfway across the country to go see that race last year.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like Phoenix was a good race because Wood Brothers got their best finish ever at Phoenix Raceway. I think that was our best finish at. That was our first top 5 at a track like that since like what was it? Who the fuck was the driver? Trevor Bain.
T-Bane.
Trevor
So
Bain got a top 5 at Phoenix in the
he got a top 5
21.
somewhere. It was like a short track, but Wood Brothers hasn't had a top 5 since then. Because we got our. Well, I'm not gonna say we. They got a win last year with a said person. Um, but I
Okay.
don't count
Are
that.
we all? Is Harrison Burton the worst driver on the fucking planet? Because
I
like
mean, it's obviously. I mean,
in 3 years, dude didn't do shit in the Wood Brothers, and then Barry gets in here and like almost wins Atlanta in his first fucking race. It's not a road course or super speedway. Runs in the top 5 all day and finishes 4th.
yep. You know,
I mean, is
that's just.
Harrison Burton the worst driver ever?
I honestly think so because I mean, with our
I
odds
mean,
being like what was it, plus 2,500 to start the race.
but this is also going to show you how much that win helps the team. I mean, was Harrison Burton really that bad, or did he really help the Wood Brothers that much by getting the win and getting them in the playoffs,
I don't know. I
getting
mean, I
them
feel like it's
money?
more. I feel like we have more of a partnership with Penske now. I feel like it's more an actual development car, not a fucking just an extra car that we have in the field that's fielded by Penske. Um,
Since last year,
yeah, since because last year obviously that was not the case. So I
It
feel
was
like
though.
they're more. Well, I know it is, but did we see any time that the Wood Brothers ran like that?
Yeah,
The
I
whole
think it's a
race?
driver issue.
I don't think it's a driver. I mean, Harrison Burton has helped out AM Racing already with like what 2, 3 top tens already. I mean, look at last year. They could barely
Well,
fucking
Haley,
scrape the ground with Joey Logano and Haley Deegan, and they had Josh Berry in the car.
I
I mean,
don't
they
think
had
it's
well,
crazy stuff.
really apples to
Hal-
apples here. It's hard to compare like that.
Haley
Yeah, it
Deegan
is.
might be the one
But,
driver worse than Harrison Burton. So,
but I mean, Harrison's doing decent with what he's given right now in Xfinity. I mean, I get it. Xfinity's a different field than what we're talking about,
oh,
but
for
I mean, I
sure.
don't
Like
think he's a.
Burton,
I don't think
he
he's a bad driver. I just feel like he
yeah.
didn't have the backing that the Wood Brothers had
Let
now,
me
or
rephrase
what
it.
they have now.
Worst Cup driver because yeah, Burton was good in Xfinity and trucks. Like he won races in Xfinity and trucks. So I'll rephrase it. Worst Cup driver. And I
Yeah, I
still
mean,
just fucking hate him for Daytona last year too. I ain't fucking hiding that either. Fuck that guy.
I just like I said, I feel like that he didn't have the backing that the Wood Brothers have now. I feel like he was
They're
more just a fucking dummy to go out there on the track and run a car and see what he can do. And I
they're
mean, I
like,
get it's
damn,
what the Wood Brothers are supposed to be now.
we got a race car driver over there now. Let's get him some money.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I feel like they actually have money now. They have backing. I mean, the car is running well. It's ran well 2 times now. Besides Coda is the only time where I'd say we didn't run good. Um, led laps. I mean, not led laps, but we got to the front of Daytona twice. I mean, led laps in Atlanta. Could have won that until Denny fucked us. We led laps Sunday. I mean, this is something that Wood Brothers hasn't done in a while. I mean, 3 races and you're performing like that. So I mean, I definitely like the road we're on.
Oh,
It makes
no
me feel
doubt.
optimistic as a fan. I'll say that for once in my life, as a fan, I can sit here and say, okay, I can see something coming from this. So just praying Austin Cindric has a terrible season. He gets the fucking boot at the end of the year. That way, Josh Berry can take over that 2 car. But we'll see.
Well, that was a big
Um,
discussion last week. I mean, I don't know if you guys talked about it on the show last week, but yeah, that was. I don't know how the fuck we
that's fine.
suspended 2 guys for right hooks, and then another guy right hooks another guy at 100 miles an hour, and that one was okay.
And fucks another driver too. Speaking
Because
of
the
Zane
boss
Smith.
made a phone call.
No, I think it's just because, in my opinion, it was because the public outcry wasn't as much. Because like the Bubba one and the Chase one were so like high profile that they
No, I'm
felt like
telling you, is the decision was changed midday.
was it?
Yeah, I think he was going to get suspended, and Penske made a phone call.
How, I mean, how the would they write a check? Like how the fuck did they like?
I'm sure there was a generous donation to the NASCAR Foundation.
But you're telling me Michael Jordan couldn't write a check for Bubba Wallace to not get suspended, and Rick Hendrick couldn't write a check for Chase Elliott to not get suspended, but Austin Cindric?
Yeah, but the rules are different now. I don't know. I mean, NASCAR
Family
boxed
ties.
themselves in with this shit.
Well, it was
Family
really
ties.
because the Bubba one started it, and then the Chase Elliott one, like Denny fucking held their feet to the fire on the Chase Elliott one and was like, "Oh, fucking he wrecked me. Look at the fucking data, like this and that," and like Denny basically forced their hand on the Chase Elliott one because he was gonna fucking like he threw a bitch fit, and it would have been an even bigger bitch fit if Chase Elliott didn't get suspended. So like he
Because
kind
of
of
all the
forced him in.
Denny Hamlin fans.
I mean, Denny fucking threw a fucking tantrum about that shit, and like the next day they're like, "Okay, Chase is suspended." Which, like, when have you ever seen NASCAR announce a penalty on Monday? That was the first time ever, because like they knew Denny would have fucking tarred and feathered the place if because that was that's literally the only time I've ever seen a penalty get announced on Monday when the Chase Elliott suspension happened.
Yeah, I don't know. All I'm telling you is I'm pretty sure there was a phone call made.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that yeah, it was just like you said, NASCAR boxed themselves in with the shit, but this one didn't get as much attention, so they figured they could. I don't know. Like we always say, we want consistency, and that was like if you suspended Bubba for the Larson one and you suspended Chase for the Denny one. I don't know how this wasn't. And they're like NASCAR's reasoning was like, oh well, they weren't traveling at as high a rate of speed, which is like sure, but like what they were still going 120 miles an hour when it happened,
Well, you
and
got
they
to think
still did
about
it
this too.
right in front of the field.
It's Austin Cindric and Todd Dillon. I mean, we're talking about
No, that's
Chase Elliott
exactly
and Bubba Wallace and Denny Hamlin right now. I mean, are we talking about front runners or are we talking about mid pack, fucking low 20s every week?
no, that's exactly what it
Doesn't really
was. It's
matter.
like that's exactly what it was. It's like it's Austin Cindric. It wasn't as high profile. Let's just
Yeah,
sweep this one under the rug and move on.
yeah, exactly.
But Kyle Busch was fucking pissed about it. Like a lot of drivers were.
Yeah.
Like
Well, yeah, they ran fucking Todd Dillon. I mean, shit. But hey, speaking of Kyle Busch, he actually ran pretty well at
justice for
Phoenix.
Todd.
Unlike last year. I mean, Kyle Busch had a good little run this weekend.
Another top 10.
He looked good.
Dylan looked good
Compared, like
too.
I said, compared to this year. 80, yep.
Maybe
Briscoe looked
RCR's
like shit.
fucking
Riley
figuring
Herbst
some
forced
shit
the four
out.
wide and caused the goddamn pile up right there off turn two. So good shit on him. They went four wide right there, and Briscoe ate the shit out of Carson Hocevar's car, and Herbst was out. Who else? Fucking Ricky was out. Uh,
Briscoe.
there's a couple. I already said that. Briscoe's the one that
Oh,
fucking
yeah.
he pretty much. It wasn't his fault, but it was his wreck that caused the whole entire pileup because he got in the side of Carson and it just fucking cleaned his shit. Ty Gibbs run out of talent. I mean, when's the time to have the conversation of what the fuck's going on? I mean,
Well, I'm not a Ty Gibbs fan, but he had a brake rotor go. So
okay. I mean, we're gonna talk about the other four races.
Well, I think
no,
didn't
I agree with
Dakota
you.
didn't he damage the underbody or break?
Well, he did that to himself because he fucking shot himself over Denny Hamlin and ripped off his quarter panel right there off turn one in the first lap.
I think that
I
was
agree with you though.
Ross
Like
Chastain. I fixed it for you.
No, no,
I
for real.
agree.
There's an onboard if you can see Ty Gibbs flying over fucking Denny's fender. You can find it.
Okay.
There's an
I
onboard
agree.
of Denny. Like you can see Ty Gibbs just fucking
I
launch
mean, but
himself, and he has two wheels at the ground.
I agree with you.
Ross
Gibbs has been
Chastain
running like
started all that.
Yeah, true.
I agree with you. Gibbs has been running like shit though. I was just saying this particular one, he blew a brake rotor. So
Yeah.
and you know I'm not gonna defend Ty Gibbs too often, but I will like yeah, this one was a brake rotor. So
No, I mean, it's just like the Sheldon
but
Creed conversation. Like he's gonna get his first win. He's gonna get his first win, and then never fucking does. I mean, it's 3 seasons now, and we're just like, okay, you're in a JGR car, and you still yet to win. You know, your
hey,
teammates have won all around you.
I'm pretty sure Chase Elliott and Kyle Larson both won their first race in their 100th start.
100th,
So like
yeah.
that's the number I have circled for Ty Gibbs is like that's like the number where you see a lot of guys get it is that and he's at like 93 now. So like
I
that
feel like
100th
Bristol, he might actually get his break because he's very, very good at Bristol, and everyone knows that. I think he's always done well. Even last
that
year in the spring race, he ran very well at Bristol, and he led laps. So Bristol probably would be his best bet that I can say for right now. I can definitely see him getting that, but if not, then fuck. I mean,
I'm pretty sure Byron's was around his like sometime around his 100th start too, because yeah, like Larson, Elliott, Byron, like a lot of those guys, like that 100th start mark has kind of been the. But Ty Gibbs, like you, does not seem to be trending in the direction like he's knocking on the door of winning a race. He was, and he's going the opposite direction, which
Yeah,
is
I would
like
say
not the way
23
you want to.
definitely. 24 no, and then this year definitely not. I mean, like 23, that was like his showing. I mean, shit ton of
And they
points, racking up consistent. Last year, consistent more or less, and then JGR was having a shit ton of engine issues, all that shit where they were just blowing up.
Yeah, and they
And
gave
then,
him like he fell off a cliff the end of last year, and they gave him a new crew chief coming into this year, and hasn't fixed anything.
and I'm not going to sit here and downplay Ty's ability. Like he is a great driver. I'm not going to sit here and say he's not. I know he is, and he can win. But I'm what is going on? Like I mean, you got Seabell going back to back to back. And I get Briscoe, you're learning the new car, you're in something different, you're still adjusting to it, and I can give him the benefit of the doubt. Denny, I mean, he's running like he always does, uh, consistent. And then you just got Ty, it's just running into issues. And I get it. Like, I mean, you talk about the clash, that's entirely on him. That's just raging. Um,
Yeah, that's true. Ty has Gabe Hart, Denny's old crew chief. No wait,
I mean,
that's
so
not
you got
No,
it.
Gabe Hart
Gabehart
is
No,
went
like
no,
to
no.
the.
a
Gabe
internal.
Hart's like yeah, he's like in a fucking, he's higher up at JTR now.
It's Denny
Yeah,
that has Gibbs's old crew chief.
yeah. But I don't know. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and say it's too early to have that conversation, but I'm definitely got to start thinking about it because I mean, we know nothing's going to happen to Ty. I mean, that's almost guaranteed. I mean, all that money and having family ties, I mean, that pretty much secures you a spot. So I will never say anything's going to happen to his seat there, but I mean, it's definitely one of those things like you're scratching your head a little bit, like what's going on.
Plus,
But
with like somebody's got to be like the heir to the throne there, and with obviously the tragedy we've seen with Joe's both of Joe's sons passing, like Ty Gibbs is kind of the one who's had to is going to have to like fill the role that those two would have been filling when Joe decides to move on from it, or like Ty is definitely like the heir to the family throne with
and it's
what
definitely
we've
soon.
seen.
I mean, Joe's getting a little old. He's definitely he's getting up there. So I feel like it's going to be coming soon, but we'll see.
Yeah,
That's
a
it's
lot of
just
these
food for thought.
owners are a lot of these owners are, yeah, and like they most of these teams have succession plans in place now. Like obviously Gordon at Hendrick, and Brad's in with Roush now, and Austin Dillon at RCR. When Richard, like most of these teams kind of have like who's going to be running the show when the owners we've seen forever either decide to hang it up or pass. So
Yeah,
like Penske, obviously Tim Cindric has, but well, no, Tim Cindric's
not anymore.
leaving NASCAR, is he?
Yeah,
Yeah, so I
he's
guess
you know
Penske
he
will.
stepped down from his role.
You said you said what?
He stepped down from his role.
That's that's what I thought.
Yep,
Um, yeah, so yeah, I guess I don't know who that would be at Penske now with Tim
I don't
Cindric
either.
moving on, but
All right. Anything
um,
else from Phoenix before we
Nah,
get
Derek,
man,
were
rolling
go
you
to
just like
Woodlows.
Vegas?
were you like punching air when your hero didn't win at the end?
Me?
Did you? Yeah,
No. I mean, I had money on the
I'm just get,
five.
I'm just giving you shit, but I
Five
was
ran good
like,
too.
My
Five,
hero.
five, five woke up late. The five woke up late and definitely had a good little run at the very end. Um,
I'm just giving you shit
like
because
I
you
said,
have his fucking fire suit. Like,
I uh, I enjoyed the strategies. That was the biggest thing. I like stage three where it was some guys had two sets, some guys didn't. That was good to me. I enjoyed the mix match and all that. So that made it definitely interesting. And then at the one of the cautions, there was like 50 to go, where everyone kind of had the option tire on, kind of made it even playing field, and that was
have,
that was interesting to me to see. So I thoroughly enjoy the little strategies when it comes to these extra sets of tires that we have. Just seeing what every team does, like Priest doing them early and just carving throughout the pack and shit like that. That's what makes the race good to me. It made it a lot more interesting having that tire than if we didn't have it. I feel like the race would have been kind of without it. But
Have you guys been using the onboards on Max? I was
nah.
like,
I just
they're
use
fucking
scanner.
dude. The
Yeah,
onboards on
scanner.
Max are fucking awesome.
I mean,
Cause
I got a
like
scanner, man.
how is it awesome if, like you said, they're spread out 13 seconds after the restarts?
you just pause it on Max to match it up with the TV. That's what I do.
He
Like,
got you on that one. He got you on that
yeah,
one.
it's not that hard. Like,
He got you.
yeah, like,
No, I'm
I
saying
mean,
no. Dan
you
got you
literally,
on that one.
it's going over your head, Travis.
Yeah,
uh,
it's going over your head. He
I,
said, "How
I'm
is the
not.
racing good when they're spread out 13 seconds apart?"
uh,
How is it good
okay.
Yeah,
television? At least the
I see what
broadcast will find something to make interesting. They'll show somebody grilling hot dogs.
well, there we go. Like, this is the onboards on Max make it more interesting because like it's at least something else to like. I've thoroughly enjoyed because like the last 2 weeks I've been using it because like those were the first two races I've watched at the house and like the onboards are sick. Like it's fun to flip back and through the drivers and it's like it's a live onboard with uncensored radio. I thought you were saying the 13 seconds thing in reference to people have been complaining that the onboards are ahead of the TV broadcast, which is just like very easy problem to fix. Um, but dude, the like it has definitely like my race watching experience has improved with it. Like I got two TVs in the living room, so like both weeks I've had the race on one TV and the onboards on the other. I've really enjoyed being able to do that and flip. Like I was flipping around to all different drivers during the race on Sunday just to hear like you know who was talking about putting the reds on and who wasn't, and like kind
Yeah,
of
I mean,
hear the
I do the
strategy
same
with that.
thing just with the scanner app on NASCAR, and I mean, I guess I'm
yeah.
still salty because they had those free last year instead of having to pay for them.
I do hate that too. You got to be going to the
So
fucking
I
streaming
mean,
service just watching onboard because it was nice to have the radio in
super.
the ear and then also have the camera right there and it was convenient.
It was awesome. It's awesome. But
Well,
yeah, so
that's on
I
Max
nonetheless,
don't want to go
now.
on HBO just
Laminus.
like watching
no,
onboard.
that's what I'm
Yeah.
saying is I'm not gonna pay Max just to watch the onboards. It was awesome when they were
Mhm.
free last
Uh,
year on the
And you
NASCAR
could have
app.
it right there, like while having this the scanner on, and you had it all in your hand, right
I
there if you want
literally
to
would
watch
have the
anything.
scanner going on my phone, and then I'd have the onboard on my tablet of whoever I wanted to watch,
I had it on my
and
laptop. I had the
then I'd have
scanner
the
on my AirPods, and I had
broadcast on the
I had
TV.
my.
So I mean, I essentially could still do that, but again, I just don't feel like paying the $100 for Max just to watch onboard cameras.
you don't have. I know Jeff Gluck said you had to pay $100 for it, but you can pay for the monthly.
Well, I mean, it's
Just-
probably
It's like
more.
$17 a month.
I mean, I know, yeah, it adds up, but yeah, for sure, it adds up. But yeah,
I
you
said
can.
I'm just not gonna pay for the content that I got for free last year. It's not
Yeah,
gonna
Luckily,
I'm
I
not
have.
gonna say it's stupid. We have to go on 4 different streaming services just to watch qualifying and then watch fucking practice and then the onboards and then the race. I mean, I don't want to go on Amazon just to watch fucking qualifying. I don't want to go on
I
HBO
was annoyed by that.
to watch something else. Like I don't want to go on all this shit. Just give me one fucking channel like I used to. Go on YouTube TV, watch my shit. Go on my laptop, load up NASCAR's website, and then watch my onboard and listen to my scanner radio. You know, I don't want to have 4 different things I have to go to just to watch the race. You know, F1, you just load up a fucking channel and right there it is.
No
Yeah, I
kidding.
mean that's just kind of like the unfortunately the way like
Mhm.
sports coverage and
And it
broadcasting is
sucks.
going. Well, like with the NFL now, like they have games on Netflix and game on Peacock and game on Prime and fucking all that shit and like it's like WWE. It's like fucking Peacock has the pay-per-views and Netflix has Raw. Like that's just like next year. I'm pretty sure Amazon's getting an NBA package too for like like that's the unfortunate way. Like like it sucks because like it's basically going to be because the whole point was to like cut cord with cable, but now it's like there's so many different streaming services. It's like the same amount people would be paying for cable anyway. So it's like defeating the whole purpose of like the cutting the cord thing. So I definitely get that, but I have a friend that has a Max account too that lets me use it for the onboard. So I'm not paying for it. So I mean that makes it a lot easier too. But like I'm still like I said, I've definitely enjoyed that. And like you said, I guess you could have done it on the app anyway, so it's probably similar to what was on there. But I mean I like it's cool. I've enjoyed it. I've added it to my race watching
No, you did
experience
not,
this
Charles.
year.
Also,
Hmm?
No. Yeah. Oh, that's what you were responding to. Yeah,
Yeah.
my brain's
All
fucking
right,
foggy today.
all right. Y'all ready to make some picks for Vegas?
We
Yeah,
already
man.
talked about F1, so
Oh,
Huh?
I mean, it's just like a real quick little thing. I was,
It's race week.
first race this week. Me and Derek do like our F1. I can see his little Red Bull in the background too.
No doubt.
It's gonna be a good week. I mean, it's gonna be if for any Americans watching it, um,
And then you see, look, those
definitely
are the
gonna be hard.
diecast cars right here.
Are they?
This
Oh, you got the
Mercedes,
big ones.
Red Bull,
I have mine all packed
Ferrari, Red Bull,
away.
and then I
I
got
have mine all
McLaren
packed
over on the
away.
side there.
But it's gonna be a late night for us because I have it on my phone actually right here. It's on my home screen. We
Midnight.
have qualifying's at 1 a.m. Saturday, so pretty much Friday night, and then the race is on Saturday night at 12. So it's gonna be rough, no lie, especially with me working all these days. Definitely got to stay up, and I'm gonna have no sleep, and I'm gonna hate my life the next day. But racing is back, and F1 is some of the best qualifying and practice you will watch because it is the most intense thing ever. Because British commentators just know how to fucking wake you up. It is amazing. That's why I love Lee Diffie because he just it's just something about British commentators, man. They make it so good. But it's gonna be a damn good race. I feel like we got 6 rookies. A lot of different changes coming up. So uh, I'm
McLaren
excited.
looks good.
I'm. I feel like a big shocker is going to be everyone's already saying it. Williams. I feel like Williams is they got a lot of money now. They got a lot of money. Um, Williams is definitely going to
Fouls
lead the mid pack.
and with signs moving over there,
Hmm
might
Williams is
get
going to
things
lead the
going.
mid pack. I think it's going to be them and Haas. I feel like Kick Sauber is just still going to be eating the fucking bottom. Uh, or I could be dead wrong, and Williams just still is fucking mid as shit and goes even farther down. Uh, Definitely, I'm excited to see Liam and Red Bull. I can't wait for him to get the boot fucking 6 races in probably. So that's definitely going to be interesting because this is what Red Bull does. They just fucking expendable drivers. Uh, Lewis Hamilton and
where's
Ferrari. I mean,
Perez? Or is he
he
not Red Bull
gone.
anymore?
He gone. They gave his at the boot, which
Is he
is
not
is
in?
due because
Is he in another car now? Or
no, he's gone.
oh,
No one knows what he's doing. Apparently, he might go to endurance series. Big thing about him possibly doing Ferrari. That's the biggest
I
rumor,
just
but nothing is said as of yet.
a lot of the F1 guys go to IndyCar too, so maybe he'll end up there.
It depends. I mean, a lot of them go endurance series actually. Like a lot of old drivers. I mean, like
Or
Kevin
Formula
Magnussen
E.
for yeah, that are Formula E. A lot of them mostly like a lot of reserve drivers for F1. They're all in the endurance series. So IMSA. A lot of guys are in that. Like you have Felipe Drogovic for Austin Martin is over there, so he runs the endurance series and also he's a reserve driver. Mick Schumacher runs the endurance series for Alpine, so he's in that car. So people like that, they just usually do that to still stay in the racing world. Um,
Who took over for Lewis at Mercedes? Because I know he's Ferrari
Kimi
now, right?
Antonelli, he's the 18-year-old without a fucking driver's license.
Oh
But
shit!
he is one of the hottest things since sliced. He's like the Corey Day of Formula One. Um, just very. He was a hot commodity. A lot of people wanted him. Um, didn't win many races in F2, but F2 is like the Xfinity series, by the way, if you don't know that. But he's just a very good driver, very composed, can run the shit out of a car. So I'm really excited to see where he's going to be. He's definitely going to be in the top 8 of points this year. I feel like Mercedes will be at the bottom of the front pack. So they'll be the last ones. I feel like it'll be like Mercedes, and then I'm stuck between third because I don't want to say Red Bull or Ferrari, but I mean I want to say Ferrari, and then I'm gonna say McLaren then Red Bull because I'm not gonna sleep on Max. I'm still gonna put Red Bull at 1 for now. I could fucking eat my words, but we saw even last year in Brazil how good of a fucking driver he was. I mean, it's
Is
it's like rain makes all the cars even, but the winner really like what was it? I think Senna said something like that. Rain makes all the cars even, but you really see a great driver through who drives in the rain. So it's like because even in rain, I don't know if you know this, Travis, but in F1, it makes every single car even. Like there is no better car. So like with F1, you get more money allocated to each team. So like the bottom of the pack, they have like no money. Like I mean they do, but like they're not pulling in the money Red Bull's pulling in. Um, but in the rain, all those cars are even because they're going so slow around the track and they're on wet tires, which have more but less grip. So shit like that.
it's
We
basically
still
like
saw
plate
that.
racing,
Yeah, pretty
and
much. That's
like
that's
it's
what it
the
is.
F1
That's what it
equivalent of
is.
that.
And I mean, we saw how Max just dominated by like 17 seconds and ran away with it as soon as the rain happened. And I mean, like, that's some shit you can't just deny. Even if he's in a bad car, we still saw last year. I mean, he was still winning. He was still getting up there. Um, I don't see Red Bull going anywhere without Adrian Newey. I mean, they're still there. I mean, they got hella money. They got hella sponsor money. They've got championships. They have a great driver. Um, Ferrari, they're still going to be Ferrari. I mean, we know them for all their mistakes. They're about as bad as Sauber is with their mistakes on pit road. Or pit lane. Sorry, not pit road. They call it pit lane. But I'm excited. It's going to be a damn good race. I'm excited to see the rookies and how they're going to do. Definitely going to be some shit within Haas because I mean you got Esteban who likes to wreck people, his own teammates, and then you have a rookie driver with him who's a damn good driver as well. So it's going to be interesting. Definitely going to stay up for that. But besides that, just want to introduce a little bit of F1 in this since it's the first race of the year. So we got a long season ahead, but I'm hoping it's a good one, especially with next year being the regulation changes and all new cars. That's going to
Drive to
be very
Survive just
interesting.
came out like last week,
Mhm.
so
And
check
I
that
hate
guy
how they
out.
made fucking Lando the villain. I don't know if you watched it. They made Lando the villain
I
throughout
haven't
the whole
watched it
show,
yet.
and Max is like the oh help me, I did nothing wrong, and Lando's like the bad guy of the whole season. So it kind of sucks because like before it was Max is the bad guy, Lando's the guy who's like oh I can't win, and then now this season now that Lando wins, it's just like he's the bad guy, and it's just like
Netflix racing.
and it
All
sucks
right,
because like you don't want to
let's
see
make
that.
some
It's kind
picks,
of dictating
boys.
like
I
how bad it
wanted to
is.
give one shout out too before picks real quick. Derek, you probably saw on Friday, but Sam Haferteef Jr. first World of Outlaws win in what 2000 something days. Got the win
I
at the
didn't even know they were racing again. I guess they were at Talladega.
yeah yeah. Sam Haferteef Jr. got his first Outlaw win in like 2000 something days. Been a long. I don't know how many years that is. Long time.
2,000
Second
days. I mean
career
that's
win
like
for him.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, they did Talladega on
that's six and a
Friday,
half
and then
years.
6.5 years. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
been a minute for old Sam. But yeah, they did Talladega Friday, and Sam Haferteep won, and Saturday, um, gravel won at Magnolia. So they did their little Southern swing this weekend, and then uh, High Limits is starting.
They're
Is it
back
tonight
tomorrow.
or tomorrow? Okay, yeah. So High
There's
Limits
some
is getting it up too.
World of Outlaws coming to Maryville, like right outside like Knoxville where I live, coming
Is
Friday
it?
and Saturday.
Late
It's probably
models.
the late models. I think the late models always go
It's
there.
the bigger dirt cars. It's like the I don't know like I don't
Yeah,
watch
they're
this. You
called
guys
late
do.
models.
Okay, so yeah, okay, so
Smoky
it's the big
Mountain
S.
Speedway,
Yes, that's where they're
Cannondale.
coming, and me and Cooper are thinking about it. So we'll see.
Oh
It's
no,
just a
Dude,
matter of
Lost
go.
Energy, Cannondale. Where's that at? That's Texas. Never mind. Yeah,
yeah.
Smoky Mountain. That's this weekend. That's the late model. Or the late models.
We're thinking about going. It's just a matter of me having to work. So, but I actually might get my feet wet in some dirt action, which is the first for me
Dude,
because I've never
go.
been to a dirt
It's
race.
fucking
So,
fun. Recommend it. Like
Hell yeah.
you
but
pay
yeah, let's
you
make some picks.
you can get a pit pass. You'll probably be able to go and get a pit pass for like $40, and you
I
can
don't know.
go
Yeah.
back and forth between the pits and the stands, and like you can walk right up to the cars and right up to the drivers, and they're all fucking cool as shit.
It'd
Walk
be
up's
like you would
fucking
just
one.
sneak down there.
What'd you say?
It'd be like you would just sneak down there.
Yeah, no, like yeah, you just walk right in the pits and walk right like in the drive. It's not like meeting NASCAR drivers. Like you can literally just walk right up to them and talk, like like it's fun, dude.
All right,
Well,
Bailey,
yes.
you're up first. Give me your
Oh, I'm
truck
a
pick.
first.
Yep. So I got it written
Let
down.
me pull up odds real quick because I had it, but it just went straight to Cup Series for some reason. Truck Series. What we got? Go figure. I'm gonna say fuck it. He won his first race here last year. Give me Raja
Nice. I like it.
plus 1,200. That's at least on DraftKings. I don't know where you're at, but
That's what I'm pulled up. All right,
okay.
Travis, you're next.
Um, give me Haley plus
You
1,200.
fucker. You fucker. I think that's the pick.
Damn.
It's plus 1,000 on my end, so we'll go with that. All right. Give me Chandler Smith in the front row car.
Ooh. Ooh. What's I got him at?
That's plus 550.
Oh,
All right,
shit,
that
yeah.
means I am leading us off for Xfinity.
Don't you do it. I'll fucking kill you.
Oh, I ain't gonna get that guy. He's gonna run somebody in the wall. I'm not picking him.
And win.
I'm gonna get the other guys going. Give me Jesse Love, the Love Machine, plus 1,000. You're up, Travis.
You said Xfinity odds were on DraftKings. Because they just had Xfinity Championship on. Yeah, I got
Yeah,
them.
they're on DraftKings.
All right, yeah, I'm pulling up DraftKings now.
The
Um,
Laguna
give me
250 maybe.
Zilly, Connor Zillich plus 900.
All
First
right.
career oval win. He was good on Saturday, by the way. Like he's gonna be a fucking problem this year.
Who you got, Bailey?
You know, as much as I want to, I'm not going to. Because the odds are too high. So I want to pick a driver like that. It's like kind of like a gimme. So I'm going to say Sam Mayer plus 1,200.
The
All
mayor.
right.
So I'll take that.
That's my pick
All
right
right.
there. Zilly.
Cup Series. Bailey, you're leading us off.
Hometown boy gets it done. Give me Kyle Busch.
Riley
Plus
Herbst.
1,600. No. Kyle Busch. Plus
Noah?
1,600.
KFB plus 1,600. I like it. It's a solid
I know.
pick. They've been running good.
Hmm. I
um,
want to say Herbst. That was going to be like my underdog, though, because I kind of want to throw it in there. I want to throw in at least top five. I wouldn't say a win, but
you know the spring race at Las Vegas has been like dominated by Hendrick the last few years, so that's usually been a pretty good spot for them. So give me William Byron plus 750.
All right. Um,
are you going to ride the hot streak, Derek? You going to
no.
say
I'm not stupid.
quadruple?
No. Too hard.
Maybe you'll jinx it.
Give me Denny Hamlin plus 850.
Is he
I
driving the
respect that.
fucking whatever fucking sponsor like AM FM like they're just fucking finding sponsors to throw on the car
Is that
for
really
him
what he's
now?
driving?
Yeah, it's a gas station out west, I guess. AM PM, I think.
AM, PM? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Where
Damn.
where we putting the cut for top 10?
I just closed the app. Fuck.
Let's do probably Cindric down.
Cindric down. All right.
Because I would say Cindric's plus 250, then you got Josh next at plus 380.
That's a good spot.
All
You
right.
you
Who's leading us off? Me?
Yeah, you.
Can I say Kosovar at plus 250?
That'll
let's
be
see.
fine because him and Cindric got the same odds. So that'll be fine.
Give me the 77 ball.
Travis?
Give me um you know what? RCR's been running good. Give me Austin Dillon plus 380.
Damn. I'm going to go a little different. The odds are sleeping on him. It's a short track ish. I mean, Ryan Priest plus 500.
Short
How the hell would
track
you?
ish.
Yeah, it's
Ish.
They ain't running
intermediate.
the bull ring.
Ish. That's why I said ish. I don't
60.
really want to
What's
call it
it?
intermediate.
Plus
Plus 500.
500?
Priest.
I actually
I
do
mean, he's in an
like that.
RFK car too. I mean,
Yeah.
that's damn low.
Yeah,
feel
I
like
mean, I need to see what they're cooking with. You know, normally I feel like RFK cars, if they are good, they're all good. They're all inside the top 10. But if they're bad, they're all outside the top 20.
That's the one bad thing
Dude.
about RFK too. If one car is doing bad, they're all doing bad, and I never understood that. Like I get like they're all in like the somewhat the same setup, but like
Well, Busher's been good this year, but yeah, Brad and Priest have had it rough.
Yeah.
no shit.
Brad's, I don't. Brad needs a fucking him and Ty Gibbs probably more than like any person we'd think of. Like they need a clean day. Bad those two.
I agree
All
with
right.
Charles.
Anything
Seabell and
else?
Almirola 2-leg parlay. That'd be nasty. Cook that up.
Be fun.
Cook that up.
Cook it up.
Easy
Let's see
money.
what the odds are. I can cook it up real quick.
I think that'd be easy
I'll
money.
cook it up for you. That's easy money.
Fuck yeah, it is.
It's wager the house on it. Plus
My whole bank
2150.
account.
Plus
Hell
21.
yeah. Put $100 in that.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
We didn't talk about leg. Like we don't have to spend an hour talking about it. But I mean, somebody who's ran one career Xfinity race and it was fucking 7 years ago. I don't care who they are, and why are they out there?
Well, you're running the live fast car. I mean,
But
and plus they ran the wrong race because they were supposed to run a
yeah,
Coda, but they couldn't get the car set up in time, so they ran Phoenix instead. So I mean,
see, I think Coda would have been a good spot for her to run, for sure.
Mhm.
But then it's like
Mhm.
Phoenix when she's ran one career Xfinity race. Costale Jr. winning the one career Xfinity race, by the way. I don't know how many people remember that. But yeah, I was there, so I remember that one. 7 years later, I'm still pissed. But
I didn't
like,
expect much out of that.
I mean, she fucking ended Daniel Suarez's day though. He actually had a good day going.
Yeah.
Almost took out Barry. It's like
He wasn't very
that's
happy in his vlog.
Yep, she
yeah. I
did
mean,
almost take out Barry too. Forgot about that as being a lapped car.
yeah. It's like it's like she hasn't run an Xfinity race in 7 years and has run one in her career. So like, I don't think that's. And I mean, people
Sponsor
can
money, man.
say, yeah. I don't know. Like, I think it's justifiable to be like, maybe she probably shouldn't have been out there, but I mean, you're not allowed
There's
to
really no
say that
maybe she
online.
shouldn't have.
You're not allowed to say that online.
You just did.
Yeah, I just did.
On the
But yeah,
interwebs.
if you say that on the interwebs, you're a pig.
Live forever. You've been exposed, Travis.
Yeah. Hey, they can
Certified
fucking cut
sexist.
it all they want. I stand by it. I stand with Daniel Suarez, my amigo. And anybody who doesn't agree with Daniel Suarez, they're just not a fan of Mexican people. So,
I'm
throw it
muting
right
them.
back in their face.
All right.
Well,
You got anything else?
nah. Ready for bed. That's about it.
I heard that.
But
All
yeah.
right, boys. Until
Glad to
next
be
week.
back, boys.
Until next week,
Hell
yes. Be some good shit. Can't wait to see Eric win again. I'll be wearing the shirt next Saturday again. Don't
Post
worry. Or
post
next
Vegas.
Wednesday.
Look, poke
Next
the
Wednesday.
chest hair out through there. Yeah, give him a little bit of that action. There you go.
I'll be wearing it. I'll be wearing it next Wednesday. Don't worry about it.
Hell yeah.
You'll see it again.
See ya.
Deuce.